have you? You haven't, have you? So what you do is you're looking at someone that's being dragged up by a system that you wouldn't handle 6 months in. He's been innocent since he was a kid. Of course he's going to develop a substance misuse, isn't he? You know, well, let's look at you. You're on drugs and you've never been to jail. Think about it, lad. You're in here chatting about other people. It doesn't matter what car you've got, how much drugs you shift and what bird you're banging. Look at the state here. Do you understand? You think them clothes make you special. Is that what you think, lad? Because you're dressed 10 times better than him down the road, you think you're special? Let me tell you right now, you see that car you've got? You see that watch? You see them clothes you've got? A knife or a gun doesn't give two about them, mate. Don't give two about them. It's only you that bother about it. No one else does. You know, when you've got to get a slap, that watch is not going to stop you from getting a slap. When you need to be put in the floor or booked back into your place where you belong, the watch in the car's not going to protect you, mate. Get your head out of the mess you're in, mate. Stop thinking that because you've got a Rolex on, you're bulletproof, because you're not. Definitely not. More at risk with that on your wrist. If I seen you and I was in that game and you had that 20 grand watch on your wrist, I'd be taking it off you. In front of your birds and your dad. And that's what, you know, out there now, people. You know, if you're a bully in the crime world, you can be a millionaire in a year. There's that many victims to just be wrapped up and robbed. They're all over the gaff. Loads of them. Sitting there with $250,000 in a flat and that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have got complete knobheads sitting there with 60 grand on them. Watch, hat, bracelet, bag in his car, and his car. You've only got to grab him. What's he going to do? Run to the police and snitch? More than likely. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's what we were doing to them all, actually. You know, me and Danny, just grabbing them, dragging them into a car, wrapping them up, taking them to a field, terrorising them till they give us everything. And we went right through them Farleys. Never went through Christopher or Alan or Ian. Never went through Mick Donnelly or Champ or Pato. But you see all the other little rats that they had running round for them. We took them off the streets, mate. Robbed them for everything. What did we get? Chrissy Farley and Anthony Scott, some 6'7" skinny knobhead, trying to threaten us. What did we do? Go out and take another one of the grafters. Come here. Lewis, why are you proud of that? Because they were all drug dealers and it was nice seeing them drug dealers squirm in pain, naked. Great, mate. Scaff bars raining down on every joint they've got on the body, mate. Not just the knee joints, shoulder joints, elbow joints, ankle joints. Nice 3.5 foot scaff bar filled with concrete. Trust me, lad. Maximum damage, mate. What's up, Hill 105? Have you ever experienced such situation? Don't think you have you? Hey? You're all about that life, but have never experienced that life, have you, mate? Like half of the dickheads out there now. They're only running, you're only running round gaming because no one's took you off the street and shown you what time it is. Why? Because there's no one in the city to do it. No one's got the balls anymore. Baby. And it won't be long, you know, before you've got a little group in the city of Liverpool. Young lads running round targeting drug dealers. Won't be long. It's already in the pipeline. You've got to think of what you're dealing with. You've got millions and millions of pounds on the streets of Liverpool in little kids' houses. When all these big organised crime groups were out there, no one was robbing anyone. But you see them victims that will. You know, Richie Caswell. You see the victims that they've gone through on with the Salford kids. There's houses like that all over the city. All over the city. So when you're looking at the Salford boys and Richie going through that door and robbing them kids, robbing the Coggins of that £1 million worth of swag, there's a reason why Richie and that burst at Ken knowing it was the Coggins. Richie's cut from the same cloth as me, you see, people. He knows they're knobheads and that's why he's robbed them. He was ready for the comeback. Do you understand what I'm saying? And what you've got in the city of Liverpool is pure knobheads sitting there with millions of pounds under the bed. Fact, mate. And you know what we used to do? If there's any lads in here that like, you know, tag and drug dealers, what you do is, you see that drug dealer that's rich, you see his girlfriend that's been with him for a few years, find out where her nana's is and go right through the door. Trust me. Trust me on that, kids. Want to earn yourself a little 100 grand, 200 grand. That drug dealer that's been at the bollocks for 10, 15 years, got the best car, best house, got a lovely bird. Find out where his bird's nana's is. Go through. And there's loads of them out there now. Why? Because their main men are in jail. But they're still running around with all these hundreds of thousands of pounds getting collected and dropped off left, right and centre. You know, it goes on. Just because they're in jail doesn't mean it's not still happening. It just means they're all more vulnerable. Not to the police. To mutts, to dogs that like robbing drug dealers. Like me. I'll tell you right now. Right now. If I could go through the door with £500,000 in it, I'd go through it. By myself. I appreciate the difference. If I knew there was a drug dealer in Liverpool now with £500,000 under his ma's head, I'm going through it. I need a raise to get my life in order. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Baby. What if she doesn't have a nan? She'll have someone that replicates a nan, mate. Every young girl has. Let me tell you something, people. Use kids from Kenny. Do you want to raise? Do you want to earn yourself some major dough? You sure? Well, on the road, you've got a lad that used to live there. He still lives there. His name's Stephen Turney. Okay? Stephen Turney, known as Shorty. Find a stash. Fact. Just found out I failed all my GCSEs. Well, it's your own fucking fault, innit? For misbehaving at school, not attending school. If you go to school every day and you're failing all your GCSEs, you obviously haven't been going to school to learn, have you? Why would you bring things up like this? You know, there's a lot of kids out there hungry. You know, why go and rob that old woman's house when you can go and rob that drug dealer's house? It doesn't really make sense to me. Yes, Peter Parks. Hope you're well, mate. Becky O'Brien. You don't need GCSEs to be a success. You're a success in your life if you think about it. Any of yous that have never committed a criminal offence, any of yous that have never gone to prison or fucked up your little rosy life. He's a smashing life. Mightn't seem like it to you, but trust me. Yes, potato. It mightn't seem like it, but trust me, like, you might feel my life's shit. But trust me, people are looking at you in your life thinking, isn't she smashing life, eh? So stop putting yourself down. Yeah, you mightn't have a job, you mightn't have the hours that you used to have, or all this bullshit, but stop putting yourselves down. The world is shit, isn't it? The world's shit and everything about it's shit, isn't it? But your world can be fucking sunny and bright and lovable. The external world, let them fuck it up. Don't fuck your world up for it. Do you understand what I mean? The podcast with Terry Stone was excellent, says TTT. I know, lad. He's got boss interviewing skills, hasn't he? He's got the right attitude as well, hasn't he, Terry? That's why it was good. I never really spoke in depth about anything, did I? I just touched on it and moved on. And that'll make... I've told Terry Stone, once we've reached 1 million, I'll come back on your thing. So basically, I've got a few months to get me shit in order, haven't I? Because when next time I go on his profile, I'll be able to say, put this link on there, put this on there, and put this on there for me. And instead of me missing out on them 1 million people that's just watched the first one, I can tap into the next 500,000 people that watched the second one. You know, and if 1,000 of them buy a t-shirt, happy days, isn't it? And that's what I should have done, really. Prep myself. I'm thinking about starting a new clothing line. I've got one now, but I've never been happy with it. L5original.com it is. You can go on there now. It's got L5 clothing on there. Decent quality stuff. But I'm thinking about developing a new brand of clothing. I need something to do with myself. No one's going to give me a job, so I've got to be self-employed. And don't get your shit in a twist. I've been trying since I've been out of custody, 8 years, to become self-employed. You've heard me tell you about becoming train fit elite. You know, a personal trainer's thing. I had that all set up, but the police and probation wouldn't let me do it. Made me shut it down. But I've got boss work ethic. I'm a soft... What was it called? Not into sport. It's a fighting profile, fighting page. You've got 900,000 followers on YouTube and 920,000 followers on TikTok. Blue tick. They contacted me yesterday saying, we're setting a team up and we believe you're the perfect. Me and my colleagues have been watching your lives over the last few days. And we feel you're perfect for the team we're putting together. So I spoke to them. Can we ring you? I said, Sam. So I spoke to them. And it was probably the best offer you're ever going to get. But basically, they're acting like an agency of TikTok. But they're not the direct. It's direct with them. And they were telling me, I was saying, so basically, you're just like them other 30 agencies that's been harassing me to get control of me. No, we're not like them at all. Why? Because we've been going for 30 years. We were the first sport profile on YouTube, and we are in contact with YouTube on a regular basis. So if you want to start stepping into YouTube, we can help you with that. We've also got our own studio. We believe you're good enough. You can take one of these studios to do your lives in. And this is what they're telling me. We can also help you on this. And I was just thinking, this is too good to be true. And I'm thinking to myself, because in the past, I've handed my email address over to something similar. And my accounts have just been ruined and attacked and all this, so it makes me dead cagey. I don't think they looked at my background, so I said to them, do you even know what I'm about or who I am? I think I might bring negativity to your platforms. That's what I'm saying to them. I've got a lot of rats targeting me and I don't want your platform to be targeted. That's basically why I refused it. Mad, aren't I? Because what happens with me, people approach me, I'll jump on board with them, everything's going great, but then the rats start targeting them. These rats who have been targeting me for time start targeting the people that are making my life a bit better. So they remove themselves out of my life again, and my life goes back to square one. It's happened loads of times. All the time it happens to me, people. But that's just part of the process, isn't it? That's the adversity in your process. They're the obstacles that you need to get through without losing your emotions. And the setbacks have a demoralising effect on you.